Hey, what's up guys? Diplex here again. Welcome back to Gates of Hell. Hope you've had a good start to your weekend. I'm back today with another infantry-heavy battle. This one is even more infantry-heavy than the previous one, which involved some static weapons and tanks. Yes, there is a tank in this video, but that's just for realism's sake and visuals. It's kind of cool looking. I don't think it's gonna impact a lot in today's battle. Today we're doing an even more urban battle. The previous one was a small village. This is straight out pretty much Stalingrad. It's wintry, it's snowy, and this map is originally not a winter map, but I wanted to get this vibe that we're currently enjoying, like this, seeing snow like fly past the screen, hearing the wind, seeing that haze in the distance is really, really cinematic, and I think it's quite ambient, and it really puts me in the mood for some good old Stalingrad winter battle. So, yes, we've got the Germans defending today. The Soviets are counterattacking. One could say this is towards the latter part of the battle for Stalingrad, perhaps in February or January of 1943 or something like that. Oh boy, you know, I just I did some food prep yesterday. Oh man, and I think I used two large containers. I probably had 1,500 calories of like rice and chicken and vegetables. I'm stuffed, man. I had a double espresso just now to try and easen up a bit. What is that? Did you see that? Did you see that? What was that? What was that? I thought that was a flare. There was something shining going across the top of the screen. What was that? It was weird. There's anomalies going on here. Anyway, I think that was just snow acting up, probably. It's fun when the game does that. You know, it's alive. It's got its own thing going. I'm going to have a little snooze, and then we're going to get started. So there's German troops pretty much everywhere. So they're defending. As you can tell, there's been some fighting here previously. This fire looks absolutely amazing. And I love this snow. It's 10 times better than it was in Assault Squad 2. Of course, there's a big difference in engine, but they've really nailed it. It's beautiful looking. It's absolutely fantastic. It's some of the best snow. It's some of the best snow effect I've seen in any video game. I think it looks stunning. And then, of course, that like wintry haze in the distance. Wow. And the sound design. Oh, man. Like, this is going to be probably the best urban winter battle we've ever done on the channel in any, you know, of the GEM games. We've done many. I think about exactly a year ago, I did a Stalingrad winter tug of war, which was pretty cool, but when you compare them, it's quite different. You know, I did go back and watch my old Assault Squad 2 videos, and like I realized it just now how different the games look, how incredibly different the graphics are, and how the visuals appear and behave. Yeah, I think you guys are equally excited as I am to see what the future of this game will be in terms of more factions, further, you know, increase of vehicles and units and missions and even mods on this engine will be insane. I'm so excited. But yeah, there's Germans everywhere. There's been fighting here prior to this. The Germans have pushed many Soviets back. Now the Soviets are kind of counterattacking towards the, as I said, latter part of this battle. We've got Germans up here on the high ground. We've got them in trenches. We have troops behind sandbags in these factory halls. Lots of destroyed vehicles and rubble everywhere. And yeah, I think the conversion worked pretty well. There are a few objects that don't have the winter texture for some reason. I'm not sure if that's just you know, if it's just a random chance or if they're adding it or if simply the objects aren't being used on any winter maps, which would make sense, of course. Like these walls don't have them right now. That's obviously something that's very easily fixed. But yeah, it's you could call it late winter. Perhaps it hasn't snowed in a few days. Perhaps it isn't freezing cold as it was during some parts. Because you'll notice that I've seen a lot of pictures. I did study the Soviet troops during this battle, and like while there was snow on the ground, like their uniforms are pretty clean. Their greatcoats aren't covered in snow. They're not using much white gear or white camouflage. So, you know, it's not everything's not all white, you know, during said battles. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. We got the first line of defense right here. This is going to be kind of a line defense battle with German infantry spread out. We've got the second line. Then there is some kind of empty space here where there's not a lot of troops. Then we have the second line back here, right? And then we have the third line back here. Like it's really hard to pin out exactly where everyone is. But here's a German command post with an officer. He's got some snow in his boots and coat. You know, these guys are... most of the German troops aren't even using the full-on winter what do you call these? We had these in the Swedish army when I was in the artillery. I wasn't really an artilleryman. I was a command soldier, like a signal troop, one could say, setting up command posts and whatnot. That was my designation, at least, but I didn't get to do that because I didn't see any, I didn't see any tours or any of that really practically coming into play during my brief time there. But we had these big, like, overalls too. We looked like there's a picture of me. I'm going to try and find it sometime if you guys are curious, when I'm with my AK-5C and I'm in front of a combat vehicle 90, and there's a and I got that AK-5C, and I got these huge pluffy, like, over, what do you call them, like an overdress above my regular M90 uniform, and it's so thick. You got the vest with all the magazines and all the equipment on you as well, so you look like a Deutsche Panzergrenadier in the Battle of Bulge, with the white helmet cover and everything. It's pretty cool looking. But anyway, guys, you look like the Michelin tire man. Guys, I think we've had a bit of enough of a talk. This is me just warming up and kind of like digesting my food as well to be ready for this battle. I hope you guys will enjoy. The Soviets are going to arrive by truck. This is their first stage of the counterattack. They've abandoned their position maybe a few weeks ago, and you can tell the battle is going on in the background. All right, guys. I'm going to give you guys a brief look at the minimap before we click start. Had a bit of a Friday chat. Hope you don't mind. So there you can see there's some pretty distinct lines, despite the fact that there's, of course, spread out troops. Righty-o. Let's go and start-y-o. That shit bustin'. Let's go. Here come the trucks. It's so snowy they've even got their lights on. I like that. And I saw the movie AK-47 Kalashnikov, if you've seen it, the other day. And there was like a parade of troops on the march during the winter of, I guess, like 42, 43 or something like that. And they all had the Ushanka with the ear flaps down, like every single soldier. So you don't necessarily have to add so many variations to your troops. So I'm going with a lot of Ushankas with the ear flaps down, a few of the Polotkas as well. Let's go, comrades! Isn't this cool? They're initiating the first wave of the attack. I don't know where to focus, like, all hell's gonna break loose pretty soon. I might want to be up here, where there's a German Scharfschütze. So bereit. This could be a really cool little angle to look at first. I wonder when he's gonna spot them. Oh. Oh, he missed. That is so cool, watching them drop. Oh! That squad of Soviet infantry was absolutely obliterated. Oh, this is so cool. I'm buzzing, man. This is awesome. Oh. Got the Soviets in cover back there. You can see they're bunched up, but they're in cover. MG-34 opening up as well. I'm hit. Ich bin getroffen. Nice impact. All right, let's move on. That's very cool. That's very cool. We've had some really sick shots so far. Let's look on this side. Let's have a look at the Soviets back here by that burning silo. As you can tell, the flame and the heat has melted the snow off straight away. Kommissar! Oh, shit! Got troops back there in the alley as well. I like how at a start... Ooh, PPSH. I like at a start how it's a little dimmed down. It's not... Doesn't have to be so hectic and over the top straight away. It's urban fighting. You hear the shots echo out. There's movement here and there. It's not an all-out chaos constantly. Very nice. Second wave has arrived. They're going to be a little more alerted further back and provide more fire support. T-34's moved up. Support the infantry on the right flank. Covered in snow. It's also got its lights on. If we zoom out, we can hear the shooting. Spread out across the town. Or the factory area, as this would be. Stalingrad was a industrial city as far as I'm concerned, so there was a lot of industrial areas. Many cities in the Soviet Union were. But, wow. Soviets are using this abandoned trench line to maneuver more safely up. We're going to see a lot of close quarter fighting inside the factory halls. Things are definitely heating up now. MG 34! Feuer!
Sie sind uns unterlegen!
Very nice, very nice. Let's move over here to the center. So this is the center. This street here marks the German left flank. Where the infantry is still a little bit pushed back. Soviets not really breaking through in the center yet either. Quite pushed back. This is the German right, and I think this is where the Soviets will make most progress due to the cover they have at their availability. MG-34 putting a lot of bullets down here on this side of the factory. Look at this. Oh! Suka! Oh, bullets are just whining past. Like, I love the sound of those bullets hitting the brick. Those impact sounds are amazing. Even hitting the metal there. Oh. Trying, they're pushing forward. Alright, let's move over to the center. I think we'll see a lot of troops using the factory halls as cover. Indeed, we have a few moving up through them right now. Mortars are still dropping here in the center. More Soviet infantry is arriving as well. Let's focus on the Soviet right flank now as a unit of troops here is moving up. Staying low, look at them use cover, crawling. There's Germans down the street. A lot of Soviets have been lost here already, so we gotta be cautious. Bullets are whistling past. Shit. Oh! Street combat like this is brutal. It's slow. It's tricky! He's dead. He's just straight up dead. Look at this brave soul. Hoorah! Sacrificing himself. Leading, drawing fire for the sake of his comrades. Let's see how far he gets. When that smoke settles, he might be dead. Oh, he's still alive. He's still going for it. He shot that quite far up, but that might just give the Soviets the push they needed to move up on this flank. They're moving up. Steadily but slowly. They've got a nice fire position right here by that wall. Putting a lot of fire on the German troops. We see some tracers go by as well. The Soviets have more or less taken the center. They're trying to clear it out. Oh, but we got people being shot dead everywhere. Grenades being thrown. We got German troops in this bunker position. Oh, that's... Oh. What a way to go as that snow settles. T-34 is pushed up. I think we're going to start seeing German troops pulling back now from the first line. For those of you interested in my scripting and the background, the back office of each battle, I have allowed the Germans to retreat once the Soviets breach the first line, and the second line to retreat once the Soviets breach the second line. Just to add, you know, effect and all. Like, we wouldn't want to have them sitting static when 100 Soviet troops are coming down on their trenches. This man's in a world of hurt. Is he going to get grenaded? Okay, right flank looking pretty solid right now for the Soviets. This is where I expected them to break through first. A lot of manpower coming down here. There's going to be a lot of empty area in between now until they get to the next German defense. There's not much that's hard point defended right here. We've got more troops defending this town hall here, and there's a big open ground in the center. So that's going to be the next line for the Soviets to breach. I think the German left flank is still holding quite firmly, though. We got a mortar up front here firing. Germans on the high ground. Look, they've moved up now as well. Pulled out of the trenches. The Soviets are getting closer. Verstärkung! Wir brauchen Verstärkung! I love hearing the speech. All the voices on the ground as well. Nice shot. Drop a Soviet soldier right there in the open street. Let's look at the siege here of this hard point. We can see the German troops now slowly pulling back. There's no doubt about that. Oh! Shot back into the trench. Deckung! MP40. If this isn't brutal, I don't know what is. Okay, we're gonna let that mortar fire one more shell, and then for the sake of realism and the soldiers crewing it, let's get them out. Let's have them fight on the ground. Oh, he was shot dead, standing up, so that's not a good idea. Steilhandgranate! Oof. It's gonna shake up the gun a bit. The soldier's just gonna get out. Oh, Soviet soldier behind those sandbags was shot dead. Very nice indeed. How's it looking on this side? Soviets moving up. Oops. They're advancing. There's definitely pushing them. They're pushing up. There's no hesitation to as where they're going. MG-34's got a nice view of a lot of Soviet troops out in the open. Grenades are being thrown back and forth. Alright, let's have a look at the German left flank. T-34 moving up now. This is going to get spicy. Look at that close quarter engagement up here as well. Oh, look at him go. Oh! No! That had very little effect. I'd say no effect at all. But he tried. I was going to ask him to, but I didn't have to. He was quick to pull up his own grenade there before I got to it. Oh, look at all the snow being kicked off the ground as that main gun fires. Alright, the third and final line right now is starting to feel the pressure. He's looking on this side. Quieted down a bit here on the right side. There's no Soviet troops pushing through the open here. There's a trench line where they can go to use as cover. We're going to start seeing a few troops come through this old train hall. A lot of train tracks here to oops, sorry about that, to transport whatever they were producing in said factory halls. Let's move up here. This guy's in a really bad spot. I was just about to point that out. There's no lack of German firepower. You see tracers and small arms hurt all over the map. It's a miracle this guy hasn't been spotted yet. But trying to run is definitely not an idea. Gonna pull up a hand grenade. He's gonna hesitate. Shot dead. Oh, what is this tank commander doing? Oh, nice grenade there. He's gonna do a little. No, he's gonna. Well, the Soviet tank might have lost his engine from that grenade. Like something might definitely be broken down, and that's why it's not moving. So he was gonna try and get out and do a little cheeky repair, but he changed his mind and jumped into the front crew hatch instantly. Now we can see the Soviets coming across the open here. They're reaching the final line right now of German defenders here in this part of Stalingrad. We got some troops up here on the high ground as well. Let's see if this sniper. He's got a lot of guns aimed at. Yeah, he's got a lot of guns aimed at him right now. This is when it's turning real brutal in close quarters. Sniper down. How cool is this? I mean, I need to make my own map now. This is making me want to make like the ultimate urban street fighting map as well. This is great. Maybe a Berlin map? They're using the trench as cover, as I kind of foresaw. We got Soviets real close to the mortar now. For the sake of realism, I'm going to get these guys out and, like, man the trench instead as a defensive measurement. You don't want to be shot while you're on the mortar. You definitely want your gun out. Not sure if it's going to make a difference, but let's give these guys a fighting chance. I don't think we've really seen this type of close quarter fighting before. Soviet troops are coming through now. Hear them running inside. One's wounded. One would be an understatement. I wonder how they're going to deal with these guys. A lot of Soviet troops coming through now. Oh, look at the blood. Grenade? Nope. Let's see if he uses it. Oh, they're gonna kick him out. Hit him in the face, knock him out. A few extra bullets just to clear that out. Guys, I think that was the final Germans on the field. There's a lot of Soviets remaining, but I think that was about the last wave. I don't think there's any more coming through. Could this have been a German victory? Yes, could have. If they had destroyed the tank with that hand grenade, might have changed things here on the right side. We're looking at about maybe, 100 Soviet troops. That's a lot, yes. But keep in mind, 2 German mortars, lots of MGs. This could have been a German victory, but it's safe to say this was indeed a very clear Soviet victory. Let's have a look at casualties. We're going to mark the Soviets in... we usually mark the Soviets in red, and we're going to mark the Germans in yellow. And, well... there's a lot of casualties back in here. There's a lot of troops that died that we didn't get to see, of course, because big map, big front. But back here is where we see most of the casualties, especially on this road here. A lot of dead outside this building. Probably gunned down by that MG-34 behind the sandbags. They're littered everywhere. Of course, this was some of the most brutal fighting we saw today in this hard point here on the German left side. They held the Soviets back for a long time. It looked like they weren't getting anywhere for a really long time. But once you started breaking through on some flanks, you could start attacking different sides and do more work. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Stalingrad battle. I think it was really cool. I actually really, really enjoyed this. And let me know what you guys would like to see next. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys soon again. Ciao.